guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Wednesday. Sorry this is a day late. I'm going to talk to you today about the Festival of the Arts. Okay, so first of all, again, I'm sorry this is a day late. I am a little sick and yesterday was just rough. I didn't feel like getting on here with my snotty nose and my watery eyes and constant sneezing. I'm a little better today, thankfully. If I truly am on the mend, this was the shortest cold ever, or shortest sinus infection ever. I think it's sinuses because I've had that pressure headache really bad. So anyway, also I know I mentioned in my last video that Liliana was sick. She is much better. Her first medicine did not work, so they changed her antibiotic on Friday and she's so much better. So happy for that. Okay, so also the neighbors are getting a new roof, so if you hear lots of beating and banging, that's what that is. But let's talk about Festival of the Arts. That's what we're here for. So the festival started on this past Friday, I believe. I know it was this past weekend. I think it's usually on a Friday. And it is another festival at Epcot. It's relatively new, so it's not as big as like Flower and Garden and Food and Wine, but it is getting bigger. Like it's growing pretty rapidly. It just started in 2017, I'm pretty sure. I didn't look that up, but I'm almost positive that when I went the first time, it was the first year, which was 2017. Anyway, but it's awesome and people love it. So I went in 2017 with my little sister and she was 13 at the time, so not super interested in Epcot. We did a little Epcot. It was a very short trip, so we did not spend much time there at all. Really didn't do any of the Festival of the Arts stuff, so that was kind of a bummer. But, you know, that's not why we were there, so it was fine. And then 2018, I went with my friend Libby, and we were down there to volunteer for Give Kids the World, so we had park time, but not a ton. And we went to Festival of the Arts twice at night, but just for like a short period of time, so didn't do a ton there either. I did try a few of the foods, and we did the little, you know, photo ops, so, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But so yeah, the two times I've been, obviously I didn't go last year because I just had Liliana and I was not about to go down there that freshly off of having a baby. But anyway, so the two times I've been, I haven't really done that much. So this year I'm going to be there for the last 3 days of the festival. Again, probably won't do much because I'm going with my friends and we're doing the Princess half marathon. And I just don't anticipate us doing Epcot that much. I didn't make us fast passes for Epcot. We have 3 days that we could make fast passes, and I did the other 3 parks. Mainly because when I go to Epcot, I never really ride anything. So I figured if we do go, we'll just go do World Showcase and the festival. We won't necessarily ride stuff unless they really want to ride Soarin', because I think Test Track is going to be down. But anyway, all that to say, there are some things I'm excited to do, and similar to the video that Rhett and I did talking about our top 5, or actually I think we did top 10 festival, what is the festival called? Food and Wine Festival options. I wanted to do a top 5 for Festival of the Arts, and the reason I'm doing 5 is because there are not as many booths for Festival of the Arts. So picking top 10 would be kind of difficult. It would be like half of the options. Not really, but it's a lot smaller. So without further ado, and actually I'll also talk about one thing I wrote in here is that I hope it's not too busy, which is high hopes here because it's the last weekend and it's Princess weekend. It's gonna be busy, but maybe we'll catch it at a time that's a lull and we can try some of these foods. But I am not one to stand in long lines for anything. So even if it's a food that I really want to try, I probably won't stand in a line for it if it's more than like 10 people. It's just how I am. But anyway, let's go through these food options. The first thing is from the Pop Eats booth, which I believe was there last year. I'm going to try to read all of these without bumbling the words, but here we go. Sous vide chicken roulade with apples and sage, served with warm brie fondue, blueberry, and beet gel, and garnished with beet chip crumbles. And this is a gluten-free option, and it's $6.75. Okay, let's talk about beets. I have a weird thing with beets. I like beet juice for some reason. I just like beet juice. It has to be mixed with like some lemon, but I just think it's so good. I don't know about beet gel, but the main reason this is on my list is because I want to know how beety it is. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see if the beets complement it or if it's like overpowering. I feel like if they put this in here, it's gonna be good. And I love brie, so the brie fondue I will probably really like. Everything about this sounds really good. The beet part just sounds interesting to me. So that's the main reason why this is on my list. Yeah, so, and I'm not gluten-free, but I will note if something is gluten-free or vegetarian. I think that might be the only thing on, yeah, that's the only thing on my list that has like a notation. But if you are gluten-free, that might be a good option for you. So the next thing on my list, and these are not in order, I just like went down the list from the menu and made mine and didn't put them in any kind of order, mainly because I hate ranking things. Okay, so next is from the Mosaic Canteen, which is the Morocco booth. Mediterranean flatbread with za'atar, olive oil, artichoke, olives, mozzarella, and feta cheese, and it's $9. I love Mediterranean food. All of these things are things I love. I wish I could find za'atar here. I need to see if I can order some online because we have a recipe that's za'atar chicken, which is a spice, and we never make it because we don't have any. So I think it was one of those Blue Apron recipes that we wanted to repeat, but we just haven't yet. Anyway, I'm excited about this. I don't know why it's $9, but I'll probably pay it because it sounds really good. So I noticed that with several of the things that I was looking at were like in that $9 to $10 range, and I was like, these are like snack portions. They shouldn't be that much, but whatever. You kind of overlook things like that with these festival items, or I do, because I don't know, I just like trying new things. So anyway, okay. So the third thing on my list is from the Decadent Delights booth, which seem to be all desserts, I believe. White chocolate and purple sweet potato mousse, caramel, coconut, and maple meringue for $6.50. Sweet potato mousse. That sounds weird, but also I looked at a picture and it looks real good. So I'm guessing the purple sweet potato mousse, it's more about the color, like a natural dye, than the flavor. So I'm thinking it'll be like a white chocolate mousse, but dyed purple with the sweet potato. So I don't know why they put that in the description if that's all it is, but anyway, this one's a little more reasonable at $6.50, so excited about that one. Rhett would probably not like it because it has coconut. He's weird. He will try stuff with coconut, but he usually doesn't like it as much. Okay, number 4 on my list is the Cuisine Classique. I guess that's how you pronounce that, Classique booth. It is a red wine braised beef short rib with parsnip puree, broccolini, baby tomatoes, and aged balsamic for $8. This one's not on my list until I saw the picture, and I was like, that looks real good. So, I don't like broccoli, but I can eat broccoli if it's with other stuff. So, if it goes well with the dish, I'll eat it. So yeah, this sounds good. I like balsamic, so that kind of sold me on it. And short rib, I feel like is usually pretty good. So I will definitely be trying that. Okay, this next one was another one that I did not have on my list until I saw the picture, mainly because I didn't know what it was. And I'm not going to pronounce it right. The booth is the Painted Panda, which is in the China Pavilion. And the dish is spicy beef shumai for $10.50. These look like little, it's like a beef stuff in the middle, and then it's kind of wrapped in like a pastry type wrap. It's kind of translucent a little bit, but not clear, you know what I mean? Not like rice paper, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what it is, but it looks really good, like a dumpling, but fancier. So I think I will definitely try that. Again, why is it $10.50? Why are these portions, or maybe the portions will be bigger than I'm imagining, but these snack portions I feel like should not be as much as a full-size lunch somewhere else, but they are also a little more fancy and special, so I guess I can look at it as getting like an appetizer at a restaurant, because those usually are around this range. So So that's my top 5 food items, and I just noted some other things I'm excited to see. The chalk art is really fun. I don't know if there are specific artists they get or if it's just people in the community that they hire to do this, but you'll see chalk art everywhere in Epcot during the festival, and it's all really cool. I don't know if they're doing the 3D ones again. They usually do, where it's like, you know, you've seen them in big cities. People do these chalk paintings where it looks like it's 3D, but it's really just like a long chalk drawing. But if you look at it from in front of it, it looks like it's popping out. So those are really cool. The artful photo ops. So this is where they've taken famous paintings and removed the subject, and you put yourself in as the subject. So you can stand in as the Mona Lisa, or the person from Scream, or Frida Kahlo with your eyebrow. I can't remember what all the other ones are, but there's several. I think the George Washington crossing the Potomac, is that right? The thing where he's like, anyway, that one's in there. There's several others. The Mermaid Lagoon art, I don't really know. I think that one's back. But anyway, they're all really fun, and when we have gone in the evenings, there weren't lines for them, but I know that there can be pretty long lines. So if you have one you see that you really want to do, just go there first, knock it out. But then hopefully you'll happen upon, if you go, you'll happen upon them without lines, because that's kind of always the hope, I guess. And then the last thing is artist signings. I've been trying to find a list of artist signings that are happening, but I can't find like a full list. I guess because they're subject to change, probably. But individual artists have posted when they're going to be there. And some of the ones that I follow, Ashley Taylor, she's going to be there on, I think, the Sunday that I'm going to be there. So I'm going to try to go see her, and maybe I have a piece of hers at my house, but I'm not going to take that all the way down there to get her to sign it. You know what I'm saying? Actually, she's probably already signed it anyway, because it was like a custom piece. And then Will Gay is going to be there, I believe, on Monday. So the last day of the festival. He's not one that I've like bought stuff from before, so I don't have any of his art here, but I love his art. And I follow him on Facebook, and he just posts some really cool stuff. Like he'll post like a process of him sketching a painting before he paints it, and it's really neat to see that kind of stuff. So he's going to be there, and he is actually the one who painted the Mickey for the magnet. So if by chance I'm hoping that they'll let me pick up mine and Rhett's magnet. It totally just depends on who the cast member is that's there. But if I have his pass, there's a chance they might let me pick up both of them. So if I do, I'm going to get him to sign our extra one for our fridge. That would be cool. But yeah, my favorite Disney artist is Dave Perillo, and he's not going to be there while I'm there, unfortunately. I have 4 of his prints above my couch, and I may have another one that's not up right now. I can't remember if I switched one out or not. And he has a Country Bears one that he just released for this festival that's amazing. Like, I need to get it if it's still there. So if he's not going to be there, but if he does by chance add a signing for the time that I'm there, I would definitely go see him and get that Country Bears one signed. So anyway, that's pretty much it. All I wanted to talk about with Festival of the Arts. I would love to know your thoughts on the festival, and if you've been or you want to go. I'm hoping maybe next year I can go like just for this, and maybe go at the beginning of it when there's more stuff. I feel like towards the end things kind of peter off, and like there's not as many artists there and all that, so we'll see. But I also kind of am excited for Liliana to get a little older. Well, I'm not trying to say I'm like rushing her to get older, but I am excited for those days when she is older and we can go down and enjoy stuff like this together, because if she's anything like me, she might like art and stuff like this. So, and music. I know they do the Broadway series. That would be so fun to go to with her. But yeah, but for now, she's a little too small to enjoy this kind of stuff, so I just enjoy it with my friends. and myself. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you next week. I have some pins to open, so we'll be back to my core for that. See ya.